Welcome to episode 8. Advanced hand techniques.
Oh, yes, sir.
On advanced hand techniques, we're going to be utilizing a lot more of our core and our stances. So, like usual, we got to warm everything up. So we'll start with those hands together, relaxing those wrists. On the go, set, and that's the other yoke. Great, elbows the other way. Good. To warm up your shoulders, you're going to swing your arms this way. Get the hips involved. Nice job. All right. 4 core techniques. Obviously, we've mentioned it a couple of times that in Taekwondo, your power comes from your hips. Strong core is not only essential to a happier life, proper techniques, 6-pack abs. So we're going to warm up that core a little bit. So we're just going to go to a plank position.
Sir.
So on your plank position, you want to make sure that your arms are flat on the ground, body's nice and straight, not sticking your butt up. There are lots of different variations of plank position. Where you are going to adjust and move and do stuff, we'll run through a couple of them.
Yes, sir.
Typically, you're going to hold this for a long time, but that would be boring to watch. We're just going to go to a side plank position, same forearms on the side, body's not touching the ground, and obviously whatever you do on one side, you want to do on the other.
Yes, sir.
Same thing on that side. If you're holding that side plank position and you get a little bit bored, we have what we call half jacks. You're just on the ground jumping jacks, which are a lot of fun. Back to that plank position. Next one's going to be a high plank position. So currently Master Hoyle's got his elbows underneath his shoulders this way. A high plank is where you're just going to put those arms out in front, and the goal is to get your elbows underneath your eyeballs. That really engages more of the hamstring, or the abdominal. Make sure that back's nice and tight. Looking pretty good. Just test Master Hoyle's core. Nice, sir. All right, we'll have you stand up, please.
Thank you, sir.
Burpees are another great exercise, warming up those cores, because as you're getting down to the ground fast, locking it all up, we'll just do 5 burpees.
Yes, sir.
All right, ready, set, go. All right, nice. Woo.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, the sky high kicks for this guy's got.
4, sir. 5, sir.
Nice job.
Thank you, sir.
Woo.
How'd you know burpees were my favorite, sir?
I hate them. So this time, that's what he's going to have that forward stance we've worked on early in the other videos. One of his favorite exercises. He's got his hands up, same height as his solar plexus. The goal is to maintain that forward stance position with that back leg locked out as you're pumping that knee up and touching. He's just going to do 10. Go ahead, sir. And isolate the body, really focus on the legs.
9, 10, sir.
Nice. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Ready to go. Instead of stabilizing the up top part, you really start to feel it in the glutes.
Yes, sir.
Proper. Excellent. Now we're just going to go next level. So this time Master is going to do the same thing, but he's going to do that and then lunge and back up to that same position. Just 3. So knee touches, lunge and back up. 1, 2, 3, sir. Woo, same thing on the other side, sir. Body by take 1, go.
2, sir. 3, sir.
Excellent job, sir. Actually, we'll go back to that forward stance position. So we talked about the hips generating lots of the power. One of the exercises that's good for this is twisting your hips out, and then as fast as you can, Master O is going to snap his hips back. So as you're doing it, you can, I'll be quiet so you can get a snap. Oh, we got it right that time. So the faster you can get your hips to twist and he's locking that core muscle, the more snap, more generation. One of the things that's beautiful about Taekwondo is the speed and crispness with those techniques. The one we're going to do currently is called low X block. So Master Hoyle is setting his hands up on this side. By having his hands set up higher on this side, gives him the ability to generate power and speed as he's twisting his hips and driving those hands down. So on the low X block, you're protecting the groin. The goal is not to bring your face down and closer to somebody, but to leave his hips there, and as he's blocking, adjust to make sure he's blocking and keeping himself safe. Ready? 1, good. Watch the setup. He's twisting his hips, but not coming too high out of his stance. 2, good. Set up. 3, now he's just going to go a little bit faster. Ready? 1, ooh, look at the snap. 2, 3, yeah, switch feet. Same thing on the other side. He's already setting up. See his hips twisting and turning to get that extra set of power. Ready, set him up. 1, ooh, get ready. 2,
Ready that time, sir.
Watch that. Ready, get it! Ha! Same setup, body twist, get it! All right, next one we're working on is high X block. High X block prevents somebody from stabbing you. Jim Carrey style, your forehead. So he's setting up closer down by his hip. Look it up on YouTube. He's going to untwist his body and then block up above his head. So if I were stabbing him in a downward motion, I would not be able to get his head. Same thing, twist, still generating that torque and that power from his hips. Ready, get it! Ha! Ooh, nice snap, ready, get it! Ha! Good, same thing, twist and get it! Ha! You see the sharpness of the techniques? That sharpness comes not just from tightening his core as he's doing the move, it's also from tightening his leg, tightening his arms, his neck. Set up again, ready, get it! Ha! Every muscle flexes. Talk about body sculpting. All right, next one, go shake it out a little bit, sir. So, low X block, high X block, very good. Protects the center line of your body, basically. So, the next one is middle wedge block. Middle wedge block, we joke around all the time in the studio that it's preventing hugs. So, about February 10th, you want to start working this if you're in grade school, maintain your social distancing. It's to prevent someone from grabbing you, hugging you, touching you in a manner that you don't want to be touched. So, if you notice, Master Will's got his arms crossed, a little bit like Dracula.
I was going to say X-Force, but yes, sir.
What's X-Force?
Never mind, sir.
So from there, he's going to be blocking out and twisting those hands on the end of that technique. So same thing, in and block out fast. Get it! Ha! Still flexing all the muscles. Ready? Get it! Ha! Nice, same thing. Get it! Ha! One more. Get it! Ha! Woo! So when you switch feet, the only thing that really changes on this one is the other hand will be in front. So as Master Will switches his feet, currently has his left leg in front, left hand will be in front as he twists for that block. Ready? Get it! Ha! He does it well. You'll see his cheeks jiggle a little bit, his hair will wiggle a little bit. Get it! Ha! Get it! Ha! Get it! Ha! Could be because he's eating too much. Just kidding. Get it! Ha! Get it! Ha! Good, put up, let's shake it out. Nice job, sir. As you're executing those techniques, wonderful thing about doing them in air, a lot of people say when you're practicing like that, nothing's actually hitting you. You're really focusing on that snap and that twist of those techniques. Every time you do something, it should be a little bit better than the last time you did it. Here, check. So as he goes back to ready stance, the next one we're working on is some strikes. Because everyone wants to get into the striking. We saved it for the more advanced episodes. First one we're going to do is palm strike. So on palm strike, you're using the heel of your hand, just this base part that's supported by the wrist. The general rule in martial arts is hard to soft, soft to hard. What that means is if you're using a hard part of your body, like your knuckles, to hit somebody, you don't want to strike a hard part of their body like their head. So if you're using a softer part of your body to strike a harder part, that way you're not injuring yourself. So on his palm strike, you're using that base of the heel. There's a couple of different ways to do it. When you're striking to the chin, your hands just turn a little bit, cupped a little bit sideways. Your thumb wants to maintain a position like knife hand position that you worked on earlier to ensure that you're not jabbing your thumb into somebody's nose. Because we all know you can pick your friends and you can pick your nose, but you shouldn't pick your friend's nose.
That's just bad policy.
What's the lid like?
Yes, sir.
The striking angle, see my amazing jawline. Master Hoyle would want to strike at an angle that matches from the tip of my jaw up towards the ear. That way you get maximum effectiveness. We'll go into too much detail on that.
Yes, sir.
So same thing, he's using that same side hand and leg. You notice how he's got that other hand out, that we are utilizing the harmonious state of movement. Good, now I'll show you at speed. We'll get that hand ready and go! Ha! Good. Very effective technique. Ladies, great for self-defense, and we'll talk about that in the episode 11. Get it! Ha! Good, setting it up, ready, get it! Ha! One more time, get it! Ha! Good, switch your feet, same thing on the other side. Remember, always practicing left and right, get it! Ha! Good, one more, ready, get it! Ha! And again, get it! Ha! Woo. Next one we're going to work on in the advanced hand technique video is going to be knife hand neck strike with the palm down. You see this in a lot of movies and techniques. There's advantages to striking with the palm down as far as twisting the hips, being able to grab and do things afterwards. That we'll cover in the self-defense video. But for right now, Master Hoyle is winding that hand up. Notice how it's palm in. That way he's utilizing that twist at the end to get that snap and power. Ready? Get it! Ha! Good, same thing. He sets up. Get it! Ha! Good, again. Get it! Ha! Good, we're working on the other hand too, so we switch your feet. Same thing, palm's already in. He's good. Get it! Ha! Good, one more time, bring it in, get it! Ha! Fantastic. Just like we worked on earlier, twisting the hips, generating that torque and that speed. Get it! Ha! Good, so now we're just gonna do a couple of the different techniques moving forward that we worked on. So he's gonna step forward, knife the next your palm down, get him! Ha! A little closer, close-up shot. Hopefully he brushed his teeth today. Now it's gonna be forward stance, palm strike, get him! Ha! And then middle wedge block, get him! Ha! And then moving backwards for a high X block, get him! Ha! And then moving backwards for low X block, get him! Ha! Put him! Woo!
Whoa, great job, sir. Great job. I think I heard you earlier, sorry for that little flyby, but I felt like you said these are great for in the air to really work on that snap and that technique.
Absolutely.
And I want to see what happens when it's not in the air.
Yes, sir.
Not in the air.
Will allow me to volunteer his services for demonstration.
All right, so I mean, obviously, we talk about like, hey, I'm going to do this, but what if so? Okay, all right. Let me tie my shoe.
Oh, sir.
I'm a little slow. Let me tie my shoe.
Wait.
I forgot something. I'll be right back. You just hold on. I guess it worked, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good job.
Thank you, sir. Whew. That's what he forgot. The stick.
Check it. So join us in the next episode for advanced kicking, where we'll be building off some of the stuff that we've already been working on. Don't forget, you need to like, subscribe, and
Hit that notification button. Like, smash it.
Hulk smash. Check it.